Every story has a hero and a villain. And in this story, the hero becomes the villain. Not because he wanted to, but because you made him. Growing up back in Portugal, in a city called Cacém, Baltazar was a very nice boy. He had his friends, he had a great family, but for some reason he didn't fit within the laws of society. And that's why growing up, Baltazar understood that his kind of friends were the misfits. The people who liked the same kind of heavy music. The people who like horror films. The people who looked at society and said, "That's not what I want to do with my life." Baltazar also understood that he liked professional wrestling. He never forgot the moment that he saw professional wrestling for the first time. The moment when he saw Triple H beating up Randy Orton. And from that moment, he knew that he wanted to be a professional wrestler. And what did Baltazar do? Well, he trained. He trained and then he got a big opportunity to debut in front of 3,000 people. And people cheered him. People liked Baltazar. And when he thought he was going to get his victory, when he thought that he indeed had made these people happy, he realized something really early in his life. Some things are not the way we think they are. He got betrayed, punched in the face with a chain, and all his dreams of winning his first match went out the door. Yet, he wasn't alone. Yes, he was sad, yes, he was depressed, but at the end of the day, he had something that made him keep going, and that was the support of everyone. He was loved because he was different, because he knew what he liked, because he didn't try to be something he wasn't. He was himself, and people saw that. People realized that they can see themselves through this guy. He had family, he had friends, he had love. With time, Baltazar decided it was time to leave Portugal, leave his family, and go to bigger heights. So he moved to the United Kingdom. He started training in the best wrestling schools they have to offer. Everyone was great, everyone was nice, until the moment he started wrestling. He was doing a great job. He was wrestling everywhere. But yet, people just didn't like him.
Your mom, not your milk.
But he didn't care that they booed him. They treated him like trash. They called him disgusting. And Baltazar didn't understand. And yet, he never let his guard down. He kept being the same person. He knew what he was. They made him find real friends in this business. Friends who share the same mentality. Friends who share the same beliefs. Friends who were always there for him. And Baltazar knew deep down that the only way that he could make people love him, the only way that he could get the respect that he deserves, the respect that he had once in Portugal, was if he could get a championship. So one day, The opportunity came when he faced two of the best wrestlers. It was a triple threat match for the London Lucha League World Championship. And Baltazar knew this was his opportunity to become relevant. This was his opportunity to prove to the world that if he's a champion, people have to love him. Yet, during this match, people just kept pushing him away. Every time Baltazar tried to stand up, he got pushed away. So for the first time in Baltazar's life, he decided that it was time for him to change. He decided that sometimes being a good person doesn't work. Sometimes you have to do things you may or may not regret. And the things that Baltazar did, I can guarantee you, he did not regret. And when he finally had a chance, he knew deep down inside that he was going to win. He heard 1, 2, 3.
That can't just happen. No.
Baltazar was the champion. Baltazar was in the top of the world.
Shut up! You're an awful father. Look at your kids. I tried so hard to make you like me, but you decide to hate me. Now, you have to love me.
You're disgusting!
Raise my hand.
You've got to raise his hand, Greg. He's the champ. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
This was the biggest achievement in your life. And as a champ, you made a promise to yourself. As a champion, Baltazar went everywhere. He defended the championship everywhere. He even went into the newspapers. He traveled around the UK, around Europe. He went back to Portugal. He made that championship grow. Because he believed in who he was. But like I said, this is a story where the hero becomes the villain. For as big as your victories may be, once you reach the top, there's only one way to go. And it's coming down. 1, 2, 3. And when that happens, you find yourself with only 2 choices. You either sulk and stay down, or you get up a different person. You get up and you address everything that went wrong, everything that caused that downfall. You begin to look within yourself, and you begin to find there is hatred. There is more than hatred, there is violence, there is untapped aggression, even bigger than the aggression you believed to have before. And you start allowing for it to come in. You become more violent, you become more sadistic, you become even more focused on being the person that you never thought you could be. You can tap into that dark side of yourself, and you can bring out even more than you expected. Nothing can stop you. No one can stop you. And yet, you find yourself forcibly stopped. A global pandemic takes away that one thing that you finally found, one thing that you were enjoying, even after all that loss, even after all that sorrow, you were ready for everything. You stay home and you listen. You listen out for those things that were always there but you try to ignore. You don't want to listen to them at first. You fight them. You want to be away from them. You think they might be dangerous even for yourself. But the problem is they get closer they start to get closer and louder, and even more close and more loud. They take you close to the brink of madness. You think you're going to turn mad because they are asking for more and more violence, for more and more despicable actions. But you realize that even after embracing them, and even after letting them in, they will...
Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the small things. Because this one day will be free. And you don't need to understand. You don't need to love. The only thing you need to know is that my name is Baltazar. And I am not